Fife Flyers TV, sponsored by the Bay Hotel, Fife's premier wedding venue.
Happy with the boys tonight. I know that when you miss players out of your lineup like a Fox, a Dingle, and a Stockton, that's potentially guys who would be right in my top 5 scoring. So instantly, and not only that, you lose a lot of the positive characteristics like their work ethic and their leadership. So I'm pretty proud. We sit in a room there that was a pretty big character win, and I mean it really is. I mean it went the other way. This kind of follows on from that Nottingham game where we lost it in the dying seconds. We regrouped after a not so great first period and played a good hockey game. Short-bodied again. So yeah, that's good. I mean, that's on the back of a 3-game skid, and good on the guys. They did enough. They held on. You could tell that we really tired in the dying minutes of that period, the third period. And that overtime, it's a funny old thing. One bounce and the game's over.
I think it's fair to say it wasn't the most exciting game tonight, but was that kind of part of the game plan, just to keep it simple and just make sure you got the win? Yeah,
come on, Ali. I'm missing an entire line out of my lineup. Yeah, we were playing simple hockey, and at times we were hemmed in the zone, but to go at them with 8 forwards, or sometimes 6 forwards, and 4D, 5D, you're going to get tired, especially against a team that can roll 4 lines against you. So yeah, we just kept it simple.
Excellent performance this evening from Brendan Brooks, with a very well-deserved man in the match.
I think what you find sometimes with guys like a Brooksy, Sebastian, and certainly Chase Shaber, sometimes the more you play, you get yourself into a groove, and you just kind of roll with it. I mean, Brooksy was skating all night long. I mean, that's really what we need out of him all the time. But, if you sit there sometimes for a few minutes, you don't get in your rhythm. Whereas sometimes when you're rolling short, you just have to play. And, some guys have to step at the mark, and definitely a few guys did.
Josh Scoon repaying the ice time that you've been giving him with the opening goal as well.
Josh Scoon deserves it, 100%. He deserves that spot. It's his spot. He does everything that's asked of him. He's physical, not afraid of anybody. He skates, and good on Scooney, because many fans who have been coming for a lot of years have seen him sit on that bench week in and week out, and he's one of the nicest guys that you'll meet. He never made a peep of it, and he's taken his opportunity, and he deserves it.
As you've said, you're missing obviously Stockton, who knows out long term, but Dingle and Fox as well. What's the outlook for them?
Day to day. I mean, we're keeping a close eye on Dingle. Obviously, that the amount of skating he does. We have to make sure that we really take care of this injury and make sure he's healthy, because I definitely don't want to lose another player long term. I have a feeling that Foxy's now probably at the point where he's day to day, still sore, but I'm very hopeful of having him in the lineup next weekend.
I mean, it probably helps this is a one-game weekend from that point of view.
Oh, 100%, especially when you're so short-handed. A one-game weekend allows us to really cut deep into the lineup when required. Guys can leave it all out there. They don't have it in the back of their head. They have to save something in the tank for tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, that was a very timely performance from the team, and I felt awful bad for him last week. I don't think I talked to you guys about it, but down in Nottingham, we probably deserved at least a point. And coming out of the last 4 games, with 3 or 4 points, would have a lot different outlook. But this kind of leads into our heavy conference run for us. So it's a good morale booster, and it's nice to see some smiling faces in that dressing room. They deserve it.
And speaking of that, then, so Manchester and Edinburgh are the opponents next weekend. So what do you do this week to ensure you get the 4 points out the weekend?
Well, I mean, we got to get. There are going to be a lot of tired and banged up bodies tomorrow. I think that we got to make sure that these guys get rested, and we have another hard week of training. Get ourselves prepped for Manchester at home. We beat them soundly here last time on ice, but I don't think that'll be the same team that comes into this building. And they beat us last time down there, albeit on the smaller ice. So it's Manchester first, and then we go into that tough Edinburgh rink. A team that's been getting some decent results lately. So conference games are just that all more heightened. For whatever reason, this season we've performed very well out of conference. Our league schedule from the start of the season till now, if you look at it, has been primarily Southern Conference teams. We've come out of that. I have to say I'm pretty delighted with our record against our Southern Conference teams, but now it really kind of gets into the nitty-gritty where you really, the inconsistencies you need to eliminate and really go on a serious run of games.
I suppose to be bouncing between the third and fourth place in the league is. Could you have imagined that at the start of the season?
Well, look, I mean, this was one of our goals. I mean, okay, we got off to a terrible start in the Challenge Cup. But for whatever reason, it's flip-flop, and we got off to a great start in the league. And it's something that we've kind of just rode. And I mean, I think it's a good sign that it's not only me, it's the players in the dressing room who are very frustrated. They know that we've dropped some games that we shouldn't and some points that have slipped away from us. But I think that comes with the experience of our guys. We have an older team. A lot of guys on our team have won things in the past. They know what it takes to win, and know that the top of the league. Cardiff look like they're really kind of going on a run for it right now, an early run. But there's no reason why we shouldn't be up in this top half of this league and be comfortable there. But to go back to earlier, it just takes consistency and that competitive spirit night in and night out.
The Bay Hotel, where your dream wedding becomes reality. Visit us at thebayhotel.net.